Good morning. Welcome to my bathroom. I am going to do this morning just a little tutorial on putting together a color look. As you can see, I've just showered. Today is Wednesday, and if you have ever been in one of my skincare classes, you know that every Monday and every Wednesday I use our microdermabrasion so that my skin just feels super soft right now. And I've put on my moisturizer, my eye cream, everything, and so my skin primer, my skin is now ready for makeup. And that's what this is all about this morning. I just want to show you, I want to kind of show off some of our new Chromafusion colors. I know the lighting in here, it's pretty bright, so I may move around a little bit or move the camera around a little bit to try to show you. But anyway, what I recently learned, and I have found it to be really helpful, is that the first thing you want to do is put on your eye makeup before you put on your foundation. And I'll show you why as we go along. But to start off, I'm going to I'm going to use our makeup brushes, which I absolutely love. They're amazing. They're just designed to do exactly what they're made to do. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out, and they're just super easy to take care of, and they will last you a lifetime if you take good care of them. But anyway, I'm going to start. This is our cream eyeshadow brush. Now I'm not going to start with cream eyeshadow, but this little handy brush I have found, or I have learned, it serves a lot of different purposes. And one of them is helping you with your concealer and your under eye corrector. And what I am going to do, which I recently learned, this is our cream to powder foundation. It's in a shade a little bit lighter than my skin tone. And when you apply this to the area on your eyes where your eyeshadow is going to go, especially if you have, shall we say, textured skin, that's a nice way of saying wrinkles. This, just like a painter oftentimes will prime their canvas before they actually start their painting so that blending colors works so nicely. That's sort of what we're going to do here by putting down this layer of foundation, cream to powder foundation over my eyes. I'm actually going to provide that ability to blend really nicely later and help smooth over some of the texture on my eyelids. So my big mirror is right here. My little, I'll turn this so you can see every once in a while. If I turn away, it's just because I'm looking in the mirror so I can see better, although I think this is going to work pretty well too. I'm going to take and just, no, I am going to use this mirror, so I will turn this so you can maybe see too. I'm going to apply this on the area where the eye makeup will go. We sell eye primer also, which you can apply to your lid, which works really well too. But I have just found that this little technique, you can really see it right now, right? But you will see it won't look like this forever. You see what I'm doing? It's hard when you're over there and I'm over here. But we'll see how this all goes. So what we're doing here with our color is just doing a little bit of prep work. And it all comes together in the end. All right, so you can see I've got a layer of cream to powder foundation on my eyes. The next thing I'm going to do, after I wipe that off of my brush, you know these little facial cloths we use in our skincare classes? They serve many, many purposes, and if you're a Mary Kay beauty consultant, you have an endless supply of these for whatever you need. They're great for cleaning glass, lots of different things. All right, so next I'm going to take our Perfecting Concealer and our Under Eye Corrector. Under Eye Corrector is magical because if you have any darkness under your eyes, we get it in that little triangular area right here, because the blood vessels are so close to the surface and those glands are so tiny, our under eye corrector will just take away any darkness that you have. And you just need a little tiny bit. It comes with this little sponge applicator. And I'm just going to put a dot here and a dot there. Oh! And then I'm going to take our Perfecting Concealer, another handy tool if you have any blemishes or redness or darkness or age spots, anything that you want to cover up. This is again, it's in a slightly lighter tone than my own skin tone. It comes in many different shades, so I can match you exactly. And all I'm going to do right now is just put a little on those areas we could have done. What happened to me? Some kind of illness. And then where did I put there it is, my cream eyeshadow brush. And now what I'm going to do, maybe I'll do it right here, is just blend away like magic the darkness. And I'm just dabbing. This works pretty well. You can see it's just disappearing right before your eyes, is it not? And then again, I have redness around my nose. I remember when I was a little kid, well, not a little kid, I was that age where you start to get acne. I was a bad picker. My mom would say, don't do that. Eventually, you're going to regret it later. Well, she's right, because I have all these little things that I need to cover up around my nose from years and years ago. All right. Was that too much information? It might have been. But I know there will be some who can relate to what I'm saying, because same thing happened to you. You didn't listen to your mother. All right, look at that. But I'm going to leave this because I'm not putting on my foundation yet, right? We're just doing prime work here, priming for later. All right, let me remove those products out of my way. Again, I'm going to clean my brush. I think about Bob Ross. Remember the magic of painting, or whatever that PBS show was, and he was always cleaning his brushes. I must tell you, I'm a little fanatical about cleaning my makeup brushes. I learned recently at a clinic that if you don't clean your makeup brushes, ladies, what will happen if you're using dirty brushes is that your makeup will look muddy. It's a good idea to keep your brushes healthy and in good shape. Plus, they can accumulate bacteria, and we won't go into that. You can use your imagination, but it's not healthy. But it also isn't effective. You lose your effectiveness if you're working with dirty brushes. So I've kind of become a little fanatical about it. And we sell this. This is our brush cleaner. Comes in this bottle. You just need a squirt. Squirt your brushes, wipe them off with a clean cloth. It's singing. I can hear it. Yay, I'm clean. All right, so let's get into the color. Yay. You've seen me raving about our new Chromafusion. And I recently posted a workshop, a clinic tutorial, whatever you want to call it. A couple of friends of mine, sister sales directors, Heidi and Britt, did a live thing. It is helpful, by the way, if you have someone else to assist you, but I'm doing it solo. And they showed off our new palette. If you watched that, you saw how, I'm going to show you right here, this amazingness. It's all magnetic. So, and you can fill it with eyeshadow, you can fill it with blush, highlighters, contouring. I filled this one up with all the beautiful new Chromafusion eyeshadows. And as you can see, I made myself a little key up here so I know what colors I'm using. But let me just show you. Stamped right on the bottom of every one of these little metal holders that hold the beautiful colors inside is the name of the color, so you never have to worry when it's time to reorder and you say, Susan, I need that. Well, first of all, I probably have a record of what you've ordered, so I can figure it out for you if you can't. But it's right on the bottom. But anyway, this is just an easy way for me to see. Today, I think I want to go with, this is the hard decision. I should have thought of this before I started. But you can create warm looks, cool looks, pinks, purples, greens, blues. I mean, this has grays. It has everything that you would want. And I think today I'm going to go with a warmer palette. So to start off, I am going to take our all over eyeshadow brush. What I love about this is, depending on how you turn it, it just fits right into your eyelid. If I go like this, or I go like this, you know, you can just turn it and do whatever you need to do. I'm going to put down a base of a light color, and we have a great selection of both matte finishes and shimmer finishes. So you can create a really soft look, or you can create a little bit of a glamour, you can create a really glamorous look, or somewhere in between. And I usually like to do this somewhere in between because it's fun. So I'm going to start off with this pretty shade. It's called Sandcastle, and it's a matte color, and it's a lighter shade. It's got a lot of warmth in it. I'm going to show you. It's this one right here. And I think I'm going to use this mirror here for a minute. I'm going to cover my eyelid. It's almost the shade of the foundation that I put on first. And this is going to be my base. I'm going to carry it from my eyelid all the way up under my eyebrow bone. I have hooded eyes, which means that, you know, the skin here, you have to, you know, it hangs down, so it covers up a lot of my lid. Some people, that's heredity. Other people, it's just aging. It happens naturally. Thank goodness for our firming eye cream, because it helps so much. It's helped me so much, I can tell you. All right, so got that down as my base. And then I'm just going to wipe off that extra color on my, it's shaking, on my cloth. Then I am going to take my main color, or my accent color, and I am going to choose right over here. This is called Cinnabar, and it's a sort of a medium shade. It's a warm cinnabar, cinnamon, right? Makes me think of cinnamon buns. I haven't had breakfast yet. All right, and I'm just gonna, with this, I am going to cover my lid. And I'm gonna look in the mirror because this is a little hard. And mainly just the lid area. And the secret here is getting each eye done evenly. Now, as we're doing this, it's going to look a little rough or a little extreme at first, but you'll see in the end where the blending and where that layer of foundation is really going to help soften this up. So don't be afraid to put on a lot of color at first, because it won't stay that way for long. Okay, and I carried that color again right up here under my eyebrow bone because of the hooding that I have, so that when I'm looking straight ahead, you can see the color, right? All right, next. We're going to go for the eyeliner. And I'll show you a little trick. I say trick like it's magic or something, or tip, I guess would be the right word to use. And this is our eyeliner. I'm using black. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a line right on my eyelash line. And I'm only going to carry that line about a third of the way from the outside corner there. Right on, can you see me? Right on the eyelash line. And this is going to add definition and also enhance my eyelashes when we get to the favorite part of mine, which is mascara. Just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But now, what we're going to do next is the trick. Because with your eyeliner, you can not only extend its wear and keep it from smudging, but you can add color to it, which is really fun. I am going to take this shade of Merlot. Oh, I love the name of that because I love Merlot. It's my favorite wine. There's a train. I don't know if you can hear it. I love the sound of trains. I live near downtown in Bangor, and so trains in the middle of the night they just float in the air, and I love that sound. Trains, planes, automobiles too. Not the crazy, muffler ones, but just the sound of life going around the city in the middle of the night. Okay, it's only 5 o'clock right now. I'm an early riser. So, what I'm going to do now is take this Merlot and stamp it into that eyeliner and then just work it across. And I'm using a smudger brush for this. So I'm going to do it in this mirror so I can get up close, but then you will see. Okay, so this is how it is right now. And then I'm stamping that color in, and then I'm smudging it across. And then I'm going to do the same. Can you see the difference on the two eyes, what I just did? Yeah, you can, I think. I think it's coming through. You can do it again. To the other eye. And I love, 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 love these Chromafusion colors. First of all, they last all day long. And they are so beautiful. You can create so many looks with them. I've had so much fun since I received these colors a month or so ago, just creating all the different looks. And if you see me on a regular basis for whatever reason, you probably notice every time you see me, there's a little bit of a different thing going on. But that's the fun. Okay. So again, I've taken that Merlot color and I've just blended it across for my eyeliner. And then, now my brush has that color right in it. So what I'm going to do here is just smudge a little line, just a little line in the corners here. Not much at all. Just a little of that pretty color. And do you see what just happened? I just gave my eyes all kind of definition. I'm going to spray my brush, clean it off. It's a happy brush. Now we're going to add a little bit of contouring with that Merlot color. I got a little theme going on. Next I'm going to take our crease brush, and if you look at this, it's got a rounded edge here. It was made to go right in your crease, right in the eye socket there, and just pull in color. And you're going to see that now. I'm going to create, you might think it looks like a stripe, but you will see when we blend what happens. So I'm taking the Merlot, right in the socket here. Actually, what I learned, ladies, if any of you have sort of oily skin and you notice during the day that your eyeliner kind of ends up here, you get a little line, that's perfect because it shows you exactly where you want to apply your contrast color. Right there where the smudges occur. Is that fun? Okay, so you see how I made a stripe? Ooh, it's looking a little crazy right now. In fact, this one I went too high. It's hard to do it this way. I gotta come over here. But the fun thing about makeup is you really, or color I should say, well, makeup in general, is you can't make a mistake. You can't. You can fix it. Easy. I'm going to show you how. Okay. Let me clean off. Ooh, I got the raccoon eyes going on right now. Get that pretty color off of my brush. I look like I had a hard night. Flashbacks to my youth. Okay. What did I do with my all over brush? Has disappeared. Oh no. What did I do with it? This is crazy. Ah, it's up here. Sorry. Okay, I'm back to my all over brush. And what I'm going to do now is just take everything I just did, and I mean everything I just did, and I am going to smudge it. You see that? What a difference, huh? We're getting rid of the stripe. And because I have that nice base underneath, I've got this beautiful area that I can blend. Now I am going to turn over here because I need to, because I got to even all of this up. I think I might need to do just a little bit of cleanup work. Or I went a little crazy over there. Maybe not. We'll see. But we're blending it all the way, because you don't want to see any stripes or anything like that with your eyeshadow. You should be looking at how pretty your eyes are and not your eye color. It's just going to enhance, not overcome. And I am going to need a Q-tip. Just so that I can do some cleanup work here. And this is why we put foundation on after our eyes, because again, if you have your foundation on first, you're going to end up with dust and stuff on it. So by doing your eyes first and then that, you're just saving yourself time and effort. So I'm just taking this Q-tip here. I'm lifting up the color on the edges, and I got to go in and clean up the dust. I think the Merlot created a little bit of dust on my face here. So I can clean that up. Better? And I'm going to take my little cream brush back out. Okay. So that's looking pretty good, I think. You be the judge. Next then, back to our palette, because let's just add a little bit of highlighting in here. And I'm going to go back to my crease brush and back to my palette, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of highlighting. Now we went with the sandcastle, and the Cinnabar and the Merlot. And so I'm going to pick up, I think I'm going to go with the Moonstone right up here in the corner, my highlight. And right up here underneath my eyebrow, I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight color. Just to bring that out. And then I'm going to put a little bit of that right in the corner, my inner corner of my eye. Again, just to bring out a little bit of highlight there. And then with this little brush, I'm just going to blend it in a little bit to the other color. It just adds a little more pizzazz. All right, so that is enough with the color. So the next thing that I'm going to do after I clean my brush is mascara. I put these brushes away so that I don't go looking for them again and they're wandered off on me. Mascara. Today I am going to use our Ultimate Mascara. Oh, and let me show you something that we have. Limited edition. I have some of these in supply, so if you need an eyelash curler, I love this one. It's gunmetal, it's kind of cool. It comes with 2 replacement pads. It's only 12 bucks, come on. So, got to do this in the mirror though. I'm going to hurt myself if I do it this way. You always want to curl your eyelashes before putting on mascara. Otherwise, you risk breaking your eyelashes, and you don't want to do that, right? So I'm just going to give my eyelashes a quick little curl here. Like that. And then with the mascara, you can put a coat, you can go down. Let me see if I can do it here. You can go down with it first, and then go up and out. And if you wiggle it a little bit, it just helps separate the lashes. Try not to make my mascara face on camera. I've observed from years of giving my facial classes and watching women put on mascara that we each have our own mascara face, which is kind of fun. Again, I'm just going to go down on top and then go up. And if you want to, you can put on a layer of lash primer underneath to coat your mascara, coat your lashes, and then your mascara goes on evenly, stays longer, resists smudging and all of that. And I just plumb forgot to do that step, but I just told you about it. I love our lash primer, actually. And I'm sorry that I forgot to use it. But this mascara is the bomb, so with or without primer, you can have amazing lashes, I promise you. And I'm just using our, this is our Ultimate Mascara. Which I find is most ladies' go-to. We have Lash Love and we have Lash Intensity. But I find that Ultimate Mascara is just my favorite in general. All right, what next? Eyes are done. Do you see? Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna do our foundation. All right, and I am going to use our amazing liquid foundation brush. This brush, it's synthetic. You can wash it out with soap and water. And it's wonderful for applying foundation. I apply my foundation right to the brush. Some people put it on the back of their hands. some, everyone has their way of doing it. I put it right on the brush. I am using our liquid foundation in a matte finish. Ooh, I think I put enough on for 3 people. We'll see how this goes. And what I'm going to do is just apply it here and there. Ooh, I did put on enough. I'll start up here on my forehead. And just apply it. And where I've got the primer, the concealer on underneath, and my under eye corrector. And now you can see everything is just smoothing out. You always want to go down when you're applying your foundation to have a flawless look. And it's all about blending. I know when I first put it on, it might have looked like, wow, that is light. But as you can see, as I'm blending it, it's blending right into my skin tone. And again, I use a matte finish because I have oily skin. I remember my mother telling me that I was blessed with oily skin. Back when I was a teenager and had all that angst about how my skin looked back then, she said, oh, you're going to be glad one day that you have oily skin. It's going to keep you looking younger longer. How did she know that? What Mary Kay consultant was in her life back on Vinyl Haven? I don't know. Anyway, my mom was right about a lot of things. Okay. What do you think? It's hard in this light. I'll move this around in a minute so you can see. Okay, next we are going to do, you can see I'm just stippling in those areas where I had the concealer, just blending it all in. Okay, I won't clean this now. It takes a minute to do it under soap and water. I'll do that later. Next, I'm going to show you our next palette. These are all of our highlighters, contouring shades, beautiful cheek colors. Oh, they are so pretty. And I'm actually going to use a really, it looks super bright in here, but I'm going to show you how beautiful so that you're not scared. And when I get together with you one-on-one, this is where we can try things that you would go, oh my God, because lots of times people are so shy with color because they don't want to look clownish, right? When in fact, if you know what you're doing, it's a myth. What you look at, your eyes will play tricks on you. You've got to try things to find to realize that things really do work beautifully. There's a reason why they created that color. They would never create a color that wouldn't work on women, right? So I'm going to show you a real quick little trick for contouring on your cheeks. This is our cheek brush. When I was watching Luis Casco recently do, he did a clinic for us, and he showed how this brush has an, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has an indent. If I turn it in the light, maybe, yeah, there it is. See that indent? That's made for your thumb. So you can squeeze the brush up and do lots of different things with it. Well, anyway, I'm going to take this contouring color right here, because I have fair skin. I believe it's called Latte. And on the short bristles of this brush, right by the thumb, I'm just going to pick up some of that color. And then, I'll set that down, I'm going to show you how you can just define your cheeks really easily. And that is, let me pull my hair back a little bit so you can see. You know how we have a nub right here? That is your guide. If you take your contour color and you draw with your brush, squeezed up here tight, draw a stripe right from in front of that nub. I don't know if you can see it. I can do a little more. I'm drawing a stripe on my skin. And where I want that stripe to end is right here where my eye begins. So from in front of your ear to here, draw a stripe. I'm going to shade this a little darker than your skin tone, because again, we are defining our cheeks. I'll come over here and I'll do the same thing and draw that stripe. Can you see it? You can see what I'm doing, right? That's the main thing. You can play with this. You can see it better on that side. Okay, so I got my stripes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just brushing off, is blend. And when you blend colors, ladies, with your cheek brush, this is something that I just learned. You don't want to blend with your hand up here close to the ferrule, as they call this, near the brush that holds the brush hairs in. You want to hold your brush down low, because then when you blend, you create a really soft look. And so I'm just going to take that stripe that I just put on my face, and I'm just going to blend it in, like that. If I have any excess color, I'll come down here along my jaw, and then I'll take a little and I'll put it up here along my hairline. Just adds a little warmth. There. Okay, cleaning it off, that's why the screen is shaking. Because next, clean brush, because we're going to apply the color. And like I promised, I am going to go with a bright color so you can see how that works. Pardon me one moment. A little bit of a runny nose. Okay. Again, apply color with the short bristles, blend with the long. I'm going to pick up the color, the super bright orange color. Look at that. Now, when you apply color, here's the secret there. You're going to give yourself a big smile, because when you smile, you're exposing the apples of your cheeks. Plus, it feels good. It instantly makes you feel good if you smile. You're going to expose, and so you're going to take that color and you can apply it right on the apple. You see that? And then I'll do it on the other side too. So I've applied my color on the apples of my cheeks. Then with the longer bristles and holding it down on the bottom, I'm going to swirl that color. And what I'm going to do is aim for the top of my ear. So from the apples of my cheeks, aiming for the top of my ear. I'm applying this pretty color, and as you can see, it's not crazy bright orange on my cheeks. It looks natural. And I'm going to wear warm colors today. Ta-da! Then I'm going to apply a little bit of highlighter, and we've got these shades up here. I'm going to take the top one. And if you want to just add again a little bit of right up here on your cheekbone, right on the bone, you can add a little bit of highlighter. If you want to be daring, you can put it right around the C, around your eye. And then just blend that in. I don't know if you can tell how nice this looks. I like it. All right, lips. I primed my lips earlier. We have a lip primer. Let me see where I put it. Here it is. This is our lip primer. And you just put it on your lips and you let it sit. So I would suggest that this is one of the first steps you do, is put this on your lips. Just like when I applied my under eye corrector and the concealer, that's a good time to put the primer on your lips. The longer it sets, the better it works. So that's an early step you want to do. And I am going to take our, I can find it in my little bag of, there it is. I'm going to take a lip liner. This is Berry. And I'm just going to outline my lips. If you have narrow lips, you can actually apply this on the sort of on the outside of it to give more, make them look fuller. And if you have large full lips and you want to make them look a little narrower, just put the lip liner inside that line. I have average lips, so I can just outline them. And then I'm just going to do a crisscross across the surface of my lips. And this just kind of gives a nice base for the lipstick I'm going to put on next. And I am going to, over this color that I just put on, the Berry, I'm going to apply a very nude color lipstick. I believe this is Naturally Buff. Let's see what happens. Kind of pretty. Not too bright. It kind of looks bright on this, on here. It doesn't look bright there. So I don't know if you can see. But that lip liner underneath just created a nice base to make my lipstick last longer. And then if I want to, I can put a layer of lip gloss on over it. This is Cafe au Lait. I just gave my lips some pretty shine. So I feel like I'm ready to face the day and have an amazing day, because every day on earth is an amazing day with hope and potential and everything. And I just can't wait to see what unfolds today. I'm going to be meeting with a lady and giving her a color makeover. I have lots of packages that I'm going to be wrapping up today because I just recently had a big sale, and I have orders to fill and get out, and it's just going to be a fun day. I can't wait to see what else unfolds as we go along. I'm going to be reading to my grandson's class today. I have a piano lesson. Oh, it's fun. I got to tell you, when you're a Mary Kay consultant and you can design every day of your life and not have to punch clock or show up at a certain time or leave at a certain time or squeeze things in or cover, you know, whatever, the hassle of having a regular job, when you work for yourself and you're able to design each day according to the goals you have and the dreams you want to accomplish, and not have anyone looking over your shoulder telling you you must do this, you must do that, because you're your own boss, it is such a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And whatever you do, if you have your own business, you know what I'm talking about. What I happen to love the most about my Mary Kay business is the support I have. Because even though I'm in business for myself, I have the wisdom, the experience, the knowledge, the support, the everything from every other Mary Kay consultant out there, but especially from the women who are in my national area. And it's amazing. It's amazing to have that all the time to spring me forward. And I can't believe how far I've come in just the few years that I've had my business. So with all of that said, I am ready to face my day and make it as amazing as I possibly can. So thanks for joining me now. I hope that what I just shared with you was helpful to you as you create looks for yourself. And again, come see me. Let's get together. Or I'll come see you, whatever you want. And let's play with color and just see what we can create for you, all right? Whatever you need. Bye.